Hello fellow pilots, I'm Major Payne and this is next episode of Dogfights, and in this episode we will have a clash with clan MS, a very good clan, and those players are also very good. They have like literally over 70% of win rate overall, and yeah, and we are here in tier 9, ground attacker and light fighter, and we up against heavy fighter and bomber on tier 10. There's two additional players in our team. We have another ground attacker. In enemy team is a light fighter. So we're doing the same tactic as in last training video. So I'm going for the enemy factory across the map, but because there is a human player in a bomber, so I presume that the factory is going to be taken over before I get there. So that's why I go first for the garrison and just do as much damage as possible going through this garrison, so that's helped my team to take over. So one building is enough, and then maybe some light fighter with tail gunner. So we use tail gunner to kill one light fighter. That's gonna significantly help to flip over the zone, and then we will proceed straight to the factory. Now in the meantime, my teammate Bodas, he's going for the middle of the map because it's a light fighter, so that's the best sector for him. So you see, we managed to kill this defense aircraft, and the garrison is in our hands. So we go straight for the factory. This is this counter tactic or bolt tactic, whatever you like to call it. So this is a great example of implementing this tactic in a dogfight with very good clan. Yeah, as I mentioned, those players have like over 70% of win rate, so they're very good, and you're probably gonna be able to see that here as well. Yeah, so you see it seems to look like this factory, they struggle with this factory to take over, so I speed up. Maybe I was thinking maybe I will be able to get there before they flip over, but that's that's just a dream. It's not happening. And so yeah, you see we have like lockdown on a factory, and the main thing here, main job for the ground attacker is to be able to retake this factory before this factory will add extra 80 points. So this is very important, and that's why I set up my plane in the position to retake this factory as quick as possible. And the best way to do it is, as one of the training video mentioned, to take out those 50 points buildings, which is this one. That's 150 points, one bomb, and cannons, another 50 points building ahead of us. And as well, we always try to soft this target with cannons, and then we drop one bomb and that will do. And that's altogether is 100 points, and now all we need to do is destroy the main building, which add extra 80 points, and that's it. We will flip over the factory. So thanks to this, you see we have a factory on our side of the map, and there you go, there's another factory close to the enemy rest point. So this is huge advantage, because those factory will start their countdown and they will add extra 80 points. That make this battle very quick. So this is a very effective tactic, as you can see, even in this tier 9 against tier 10. And that's why in the beginning of the battle we send bots to our factory by pressing F2. You just aim to the enemy sector or neutral sector or whatever sector it is, press F2, and then you will send automatically some bots over there. And as well, we analyze the team and we see that there's another ground attacker in my team, so human player, and he's gonna definitely go for the factory. So that's why I use this tactic to go across the map. You see, this bomber pilot is very good. Take a look on what he's doing. He have 4 bombs. He just take out one building for 50 points, main building for 80, another for 50, that's 180, and he flip over this factory that quick, you see? So this is an indication that this player is very good, at least on the bomber. So we give him some damage here because there is opportunity. So that always helps, because when he's gonna go across the map or someone else, maybe my teammate or someone else can take him out. Bomber on low HP is pretty much vulnerable. So what we do now, we're not chasing, of course. We make ourselves ready to take over this factory again very quickly. So we reflip this again, use our rockets and cannons from main building, I actually saved 3 rockets here, so we use them for this 50 points building as well, and 1 bomb. So you see, we're doing that as quick as possible. Another building for 50 points, and that factory is gonna be ours. There you go. Yeah, so you see, it seems to look like I don't do much in this battle. I just go into the one sector, and I'm just making sure that this sector is in our hands. So that's a strategic sector in this map, those factories. That's why they are so important, and that's why I stay here, because I know that the enemy bomber is coming and he's gonna try to retake it again. So no point for me to go anywhere else at this point. But you see, in my last training video, I mentioned about this, that we can do this tactic as well in a heavy fighter. So heavy fighter, I usually go across the map straight away for this factory, and I try to take out the bomber before he will flip over the sector. And the enemy flight, have actually very good heavy fighter, XF90. But he's not doing this tactic. He's not hunting me down. He's doing some other jobs. You see, or this time didn't work out for this player. You see, he dropped 1 bomb, 2 bombs, and 1 bomb, but he didn't do that perfectly, so that's why the main building stay. Some elements of this building stays, so he didn't take over this factory, because this is really difficult. I have to be honest, like, this is very difficult to take over the factory at one pass in this German bomber with 4 bombs only. You have to be very accurate. So sometimes you just, you can have a bad luck or something. Alright, let's take a look on my teammate and his light fighter now. Okay, so here we go, and this is another point of view. And this fighter, light fighter tier 9 Japanese tech tree, key is 162-1. Well, my personal experience about this plane is that's the most shitty light fighter I ever played. He have 2 30mm cannons. They are slow firing and they are overheating quickly, so absolutely not my style of gameplay. And the plane is, of course, this type of turn and burn, so he's very good turn fighter and of course burn very well. And Bodas here is going for the middle of the map, where the command center is. It's not the most important sector, but it's quite important as well, because those bombers from the command center are fairly capable of taking over the factory here. So maintaining this sector is really good idea as well, and that's what he's going to do here. Very quick success in the middle of the map. That's a good start. And you see, our factory has already been taken over. We sent their bots, and one of our players goes there as well, so he did a good job. And yeah, we have here dogfight with Messerschmitt. He's been caught with his pants down. That's what happened. So you see, bomber is still over the factory. As you see, I'm just coming into the factory. You see me on the minimap. Bodas is trying to go a little bit in advance to take out the light fighters before they even get into the command center. That's good. He's not just staying in the middle and keeping parking space. You see, I don't know how he have nerve to fire these cannons and not get pissed off. So here he is. Bomber is coming and he's doing very good maneuver now. Put himself into position to attack this bomber. Now, there you go. Bomber pilot on low altitude is incoming. And he's busy dropping bombs, so that's why Bodas is using. I see this opportunity, but how the fuck is he actually managed to take out this bomber with almost full HP? That's just a mystery for me.
Machine, that's it. That's his warning. Machine! Machine!
Maybe the bomber pilot underestimated this light fighter. Maybe he know as well, very well as me, that this is a shite light fighter. No, that was something. Like I honestly I never see the light fighter to take out the bomber with that much of HP. So quite extraordinary. So you see, we maintaining two factories in this map. This is most strategic position, and they give us like 80 points, at least one of this factory, even if the enemy factory is gonna be flip over now very quickly, but another factory is still in our hands. So you see, XF90 in enemy team, the player in XF90, didn't counter me even once in this battle, didn't take out my ground attacker even once, or light fighter of my friend as well. So you see, that's the tactic, as I mentioned on the last video as well, about focusing player. So if you're in XF90, this is perfect plane to focus some player, like specifically bomber or ground attacker. So because this guy didn't try even once to take me out, that's why I'm sitting on this factory now, and I'm gonna take over this factory very quickly. Or Bodas is still in the middle. Keep holding this command center in our hands. Well, to take out the Bodas in a very maneuverable fighter is a little bit more difficult, but it's still fairly possible with XF90 because this light fighter is so light on HP. So you see, the bomber is incoming now. The bomber which I damage with my ground attacker. So you see how important is that every opportunity is good. Like this one here. Yeah, there we go. But unfortunately he dropped the... I take over the sector anyway, but still we have a lot of points and we're looking really good. And so we decide now at this, more or less at this point, that we just focus on maintaining those two factories. So Bodas will give up on the middle and he'll just go for the factory, and that will do to actually win this battle. But as I said, this focusing player is a very good tactic. In this kind of battle, the enemy team have all they need to focus one of us at least. You know, XF90 should be more than enough to focus the ground attacker or this little fighter. But the guy didn't choose to do that. He just go after bots and some other players, but or actually there's one player only, sorry. But you know, in the end of the battle you can see that he killed even in the chat here on the right, you could, if you follow that, you can see that he's just killing mostly bots, and that's not the way to win the game. So thanks to this tactic, we even in tier 9 we are capable of winning the game fairly easy. And there we go, air domination in the end. It doesn't matter at this point because that was win anyway. Oh my god, 3rd place in a light fighter, size of engines of the bomber, and he killed the bomber twice. That should be a 1st place. Alright, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoy it and found it useful, and thank you very much, and see you in the next one. Take care.